Hi, my name's Dr. Joe Esposito, CEO of AlignLife. Myself and fellow AlignLife doctors across the nation would like to provide you and your family with some insights on things that you can do to help maximize your immune function, to help prevent or manage the coronavirus should you be exposed. I have noticed that AlignLife doctors have been promoting different videos on social media showing what they're doing for themselves and their families to enhance immune function. AlignLife doctors not only promote a natural approach to health, but they actually implement the same processes in their own lives. So just to put it in perspective and give you some empowerment to understand that your body has the innate potential to overcome any viral or bacterial infection as long as the immune system is at an optimal state of function. This particular virus is not the first and won't be the last of a virus that is going to become epidemic or pandemic throughout the world. So not only with viruses, but we've seen some very resistant bacteria that have come across the nation that are resistant to even conventional medical means using antibiotics. So it's important this day and age that we maximize immune function, because in many cases, such as this one, it's going to be your immune system's ability to battle the virus, to enable you to overcome the challenging side effects of what the virus will do within the body. If you get hospitalized, the hospital will be providing you with some medications in order to help with respiratory function and give you maybe an IV to help with fluids and nutrients. But it is going to be your immune system's job to fight the infection. So at AlignLife, our job is to not only educate you, but provide you with the tools and the processes that you need in order to give you the best chance to fight off this and many other viruses that you will be exposed to in the future. It's important to put things in perspective, because although this virus is scaling and escalating at a very fast rate, it's been 150,000 cases at the current time, with about 5,000 cases of mortality throughout the world. The common flu causes between 20 and 50,000 cases of mortality a season. So just to put it in perspective, now it looks like this particular infection may supersede a lot of what we've seen due to how aggressively it is spreading. But it's important to know that right now we are not at a point where I want you to be under excessive amount of fear, because fear drives stress hormone. Stress hormone escalates. It causes a crashing or plummeting of your immune system. So higher stress hormones, lower immune function. I'd like to take a step back and talk about the prevention of viral infections, or the management of the viral infection, because I see in the media they're talking about prevention of the condition, and they're talking about social isolation. Now, I think it's vitally important that we respect the local authorities' discretion on mitigating the risk of acquiring the infection. But mitigating the risk of acquiring infection is different than prevention. I see that often that we talk about prevention in this regard. Also, we see it in the prevention of common diseases, where you have a high family history of, let's say, cancer. And we talk about early detection by testing being prevention. Again, that as well is not prevention. That is early detection. Knowing you have a high risk of a disease and checking periodically is early detection, not prevention. So in that regard, as well in the regard of the coronavirus, we have to take measures that will literally help in the prevention of acquiring the condition and giving us steps to give us the best chance of mitigating the side effects. It's also important to know that 85% of cases are very, very mild. A fever, some chills, maybe a cough. It's about 5% of cases have been hospitalized and causing mortality in some range of 0.4 to 3% mortality rate. It's important to know that the ones that are severe and go to the hospital are people that usually have comorbidities. Comorbidities are additional types of conditions that weaken the immune system. Those type of things, according to stats on the coronavirus, are hypertension, fatty liver disease, diabetes, obesity, and other chronic diseases, heart disease, and many others. So if you have those conditions, your chance of having more of a serious effect of the coronavirus will be higher. If you don't, you'll most likely receive a very mild case of the condition. Now, in steps that we can take in order to maximize our own immune function, first is they've been promoting hand washing, which is very important because the surfaces will contain the virus if there's been exposure. Now, I've heard anywhere from 5-minute exposure on different types of surfaces up to number of hours exposure, especially harder surfaces, a longer lifespan of the infection. It can also last on your clothes potentially for a longer period of time. So washing the hands and not exposing your body, your eyes, your mouth, your nose with touching of the face can also reduce your risk. Now I want to talk about things you can do yourself to promote the enhancement of your immune system. One of the components at AlignLife that we educate patients to is the aspect of neuroimmunology, which is a point that the nervous system directly impacts the immune system. So if you are in compromised postures, if you're in stressful conditions, if you have a lot of muscle spasms that can cause bones of the spine to misalign, compressing or reducing the integrity of the nervous system, this can lower immune function. So getting your spine checked and removing interference in the nervous system with chiropractic adjustments is one really foundational component of raising immune function. So AlignLife clinics will be open and available for you and your family to get checked and get your nervous system analyzed. Now, in addition to that, making sure you increase hydration by drinking water about half your body weight in ounces throughout the day is important to maximize immune function. It's important to lower your consumption of sugary drinks because sugar has a direct impact on your immune system. The higher the sugar, the lower your immune system will be able to combat viruses. Okay? Increasing your consumption of alkaline fruits and vegetables, your green leafy vegetables, your colorful vegetables. Vegetable intake is going to be very important to increase immune function. And then we can go into certain nutrients. Nutrients that are very important that we find is zinc and selenium are very important, as well as vitamin C and vitamin D. Especially as we come out of the winter months, people's vitamin D levels, the majority of the population that we test via lab testing is significantly reduced. Vitamin D is one of the most prevalent components of a heightened immune function. Research has shown that in studies in school systems, that those that had higher levels of vitamin D had about a 43% reduction in respiratory infections within the school system. So these are important to get checked via labs and also to consume via supplementation. I will be doing a separate video with our partner Aceva supplements to tell you exactly which products and why in order to combat any type of viral infection. So in summation, keep your stress down, smile, laugh, enjoy your families, increase your water intake, increase your vegetable intake, reduce your consumption of any sugary foods or liquids. One component I did not mention is get adequate sleep, which also has a direct impact on your immune system. And lastly, get your spine checked at an AlignLife office to see if you have any areas where your nerves are being impinged. Lower integrity of the nervous system will cause a lowered immune response. Be safe, be healthy, and get checked with your AlignLife doctor to make sure your immune system is at its optimal level. If you have any questions, please reach out to AlignLife and we'll be glad to serve you and your family.